I actually was fully expecting to do a live stream today, and ironing out a lot of the work I've been doing on these. This has just been since I've been ill. Do you call constipation being ill? I better put the live chat on, right? I did my Patreon today, even though it was due yesterday. And hey, seashell, aloha, darling. I have been working on gathering all my stuff up for my taxes, and hey, barefoot chickens, how are you, darling? It's been me sitting at my desk. I sat at my desk for half an hour doing some paperwork to get my taxes together. Because it's May 1st. I should have had them together a week ago, but there's just been so much going on. Hi, Charles. I'm still really sore. I'm more sore than I was yesterday, but that's because, things are still trying to do what they're supposed to do. In the x-ray, there were 3, and I'm on the 3rd one, but that's all I want to say. Hey, Leanne. I'm still really sore. And after sitting for a half an hour, no, it was closer to an hour of getting paperwork together. Hey, Luke Lady. Hey, Barefoot Chickens. Debbie Vitchilog. Garnet Morgan. So I had to sit at my desk and go through some paperwork, which I'm going to have to do again tomorrow. And hi, Roberta. And then I did my Patreon, and I was only able to be on there for about 15 minutes. And just, for those folks who are in the know, there's my tea stick going. So after I spent about 40 minutes in my chair gathering some taxes. Hey, Susby. Hey, Roberta. Shirley. Molly. Rosie. Hi. Karen. After gathering some information for my taxes, which I still have quite a bit to do, and then doing 15 minutes, that was it. I had to lay down. Hey, Carolyn. Hey. I had to lay down. Hi, Joe. As a matter of fact, I drank the polyethylene glycol laxaday, and I threw it right back up. I think I drank it too fast. So don't worry, I'm not like throwing up. It's not that. But I'm still, this is a really long process. And hi, Fru, how are you, darling? And it's doing what it's doing. It's going to do what it's going to do. So, God, I got 3 weeks to be back on my feet and garden season. You had a veggie stir fry for brekkie this morning. Irritable bowel syndrome for more than 30 years, and most people don't understand how horrible it is. The pain, the weakness isn't something that passes quickly. Thank you. Yeah, I felt quite good yesterday. Able to stay up all day. And then today I sat in my desk chair. So, and I really wish the heated seat would work on this chair. But here's some stars I got finished. This was from the scrap of one of the squares of Bubba's quilt. So I thought, I gotta have that in there. And now, folks, if you recognize your fabric, what I'm going to do is if I'm going to this is something I want to tell you folks. If I sew stuff while I'm sitting here, okay, hang on a second. For instance, whoops. This block, the fabric was sent by Sue Ann Ballard. Okay. So from now on, if I sew any of your blocks not on camera, with your name on them, I'll be pinning your name to the finished block so I can show you what I've gotten done. Does that make sense? So there's those, and there's this. So if you recognize a star from fabric you have sent me, from here on out, I'm going to pin people's names to them so that when I go, because I want to be able to sit down and iron out all the work I've done. Like I have, for instance, I have sewn the yellow inserts along this block. And I want to be able to put them together, but I can't put them together right now. I want to be able to iron them flat to make them easier to work with. So and look at this, I sewed this. Hey, Christina, I sewed this one. I love this fabric. And then I noticed there was a worn piece in there. And because I had spent so much time sewing it together, I darned it. Can you see that? I did a little darning on that because there was a worn hole in that fabric. So from now on, if I pull something out of here that has somebody's name on it, when I finish it, I will put your name back on it and then I will show you. And then I've got to sit, at the island. Or I'm going to get Howie to bring up my ironing board so I can stand and do it. Because, and look at this, I found some fabric. I got fabric tucked everywhere. Look at this, cardinals. See? So this is, for some reason, one of my absolute favorite fabrics. I wish I could get my hands on a nice section. I know. Well, and here's what happens if I have extra pieces. This is what I do if I have like I had 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, or I had 3 of each, and I just put them together because it's, hey, Desert Lady. There's this. Flutterboys. I found a butterfly. Nan, hey, Silver and Blackie. When Nan wrapped Christmas presents, she puts these little, I can reach it. Nan has had a thing for butterflies for years. And these are little clips. And she would put them on the Christmas presents on the ribbon. So I have this on my one of my flower pots. Oh, if I can get it back on. Oh. So, and here's another favorite. Like, you can have favorite fabrics, but look, I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'm usually working at, hi, Kay, but I had a doctor appointment, and imagine my surprise to get home and find you all here. Well, thank you. And then there's this one. So that's what I'm going to do. These and some other parts have to all be ironed out so that I can start doing more assembly of yellow bits. This one is now ready to have a row sewn to it, but see how it has to be ironed out? See how it all has to be ironed out. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. I'm just sitting here Oh, I have this bottle. Do you remember when peanut butter came in these? Really heavy glass. This was my Aunt Jane's. And motorcycle. This was my Aunt Jane's, and I sit this on top of my finished flowers just to keep them kind of flat while I'm working on stuff. So, oh, am I missing any of the chat here? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. But I want to assemble some different pinks. So if I have used your fabric and I have some left over, it may go into my bedroom quilt, which I will soon be working on, which is just going to be squares. It's just going to be squares, and it's going to be another tied quilt. I have to get stuff organized. I should be sitting here cutting out squares for that, but I just can't. And when did my nose get so big? Like, hi, Lori. Hi. Well, I tell you, I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, I'll hold it back, move back a little bit. This is a section that I started a long time ago. And I realized too late that I was all disorganized in how I was laying it out. So I have been working on piecing some in here, right? But this is roughly what it's going to look like. And that is one piece. And then I have another section that's sewn together. These are all star blocks. They're all going to have to be ironed out. Oh, I have a fan in here. These are all star blocks. And they're all going to have to be ironed out. Well, I might as well put the ones I've been working on in there, eh? So that I can start, sewing them in rows again. Right? Oh. Anyway. Let's just, all of this stuff. I have another panel of this that I have to, I have another panel of this that is made of rows. And once I get this one organized the way I want it, then I will be able to work on the other rows. Oh, so, hey. So, yes, I'm in my nightshirt. That's kind of why I brought you closer here, because I don't, Oh, you don't need to look for that pattern. You email me at Connected Hearts Family, Connected Hearts Family, all one word, at gmail.com. And the next time and ask me for the star quilt pattern. And the next time, and I got to tell you, it's easier if you paper piece this. I am hand piecing this, but it will be easier if you paper piece it. But if you email me at connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com, and the next time I'm at my computer, I will send you the pattern so that you can print it off and even make lots of copies so that you can paper piece it, which would be easier. Thank you, Seashell. Thank you. It's kind of gray here today. I'm going to be reading on the reading channel. And hi, Sybil, Karen, Laura. Is it Laura? You're welcome. Absolutely, you're welcome. So I've got spaghetti in the crock pot for supper. And that's it. That's it. I really, again, I apologize. It's going to take me a while to get back on my feet where I'm capable of setting up and recording videos. And this channel's more going to be live streams than anything else for a while. And it is. I just, I can't believe tomorrow's Friday of all days. You know what, Candy? I have to apologize because I've been here 15 years and I have led you guys to expect, constant content. And I'm just, 2025 is been a real hard slog for me. Can you hear Gracie sleeping? She's dreaming. You dreaming? You dreaming? Yeah, that's true, Lacey Black. That's absolutely true. None of us are getting any younger, including Gracie. Anyway, I just, I got to show you this one. I just saw this one through the bag. See, it really is a scrap quilt. Well, I do appreciate, what? Not to be nosy, but do you do live streams, make money? They don't really have ads. Yeah, they make, they make some. They make some. And I'm living with that right now. I'm fixing to cut out an apron for goddaughter for her lemonade stand. The material has lemons. Oh, that sounds so cute. That sounds adorable. Yeah, they make the live streams make some money, but I can't. I'm kind of like on a leave of absence. Well, Debbie, it's taken its bloody time. It really is. And did I miss? Thank you. Well, I do appreciate it. What we expect is for you to consider yourself first and feel better soon. Well, I'm working on it. But I have never taken so long to recover from anything in my life. And I had a talk with my patrons today. What I went through in the 18 hours in the hospital was just absolutely brutal. Would be an intro. I don't know how you think I know how YouTube works. I don't know how YouTube works. I honestly don't. I've been here 15 years. I don't know. All I know is that whatever money I make, YouTube takes 40%. And that is almost fair in the sense that they're providing all the platform, all of the what helps you generate the best income on YouTube? Views and comments. Views, comments, and likes. Like that's why you hear so many people say, okay, Christina, sorry. All right, darling, take care. I'm hoping to be able to, I'm not going to be able to get out this weekend and work in the garden, but I'm hoping soon I'll be able to get out and clear out the garden, clean up the garden. That's why you hear so many YouTubers say, please take a moment to, hey, Nat, to smash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. It all helps to grow the channel. What is the Patreon name for your channel? I don't know. Seashell will put it up. I've got to move a rose bush to make room for my new baby Saskatoon. A baby Saskatoon. What is it? Saskatoon berries? Howie and I have actually just out of curiosity have been tossing around the idea of moving to Alberta. Oh, wow. Right on. Well, be really gentle with that rose bush, eh? But thank you. Thank you, Seashell. We are going to be Sassy Saturday is going to happen whether I have a sore bum or not. I honestly feel like I've lost time. Like I still can't believe it's been almost 2 weeks since I went to the hospital, like 11 days or something. And I tell you, I'm just going to say this. If I ever have problems with my bum again, I am never going to the hospital in Wakefield, ever. I know they just did their job. I know they were just doing their job and that. But I left feeling violated, and they can't help that because they had to do what they had to do twice. But I left feeling violated, traumatized, and ashamed for my pain because they asked me to be quiet. Surprised they didn't offer me maid. I won't have another enema in my life. I was punished with them as a child and have PTSD from it. Really? It is going to take time to recover. And there's still one stool that is, on its way. But the fruit has been helping. Eating fruit has been helping, but I'm not eating anything today. I drank the stuff and I threw it up. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna start on Metamucil instead of the polyethylene glycol stuff they gave me. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. Yogurt. I'm just doing the best I can. I'm just doing the best I can. Why are you and Howie wanting to move to Alberta? Yeah, Alberta's out west. Yes, I'm walking as much as I can. I am, darling. No, I don't want to become dependent on them, Tina. You're right. You're absolutely right. So I've been, eating oranges and grapes, and it's been helping. We've talked about it. We've tossed about it. We've tossed it around. No, Lena, I know that. Hey, Michelle. We've talked about it, but we're gonna give this new person in office because he's not my prime minister. Just like Justin Trudeau was not my prime minister. But we're gonna give him 90, 100 days. And don't be surprised if Howie and I just decide to sell everything and get a tow dolly on the motorhome and load everything that we can, that's personal, that we need and want, and load everything we can that we can carry into the motorhome and head out. I hope they get better too. But Carney was Trudeau's financial advisor. I've had people say to me, Bev, it's okay. It's not Trudeau, it's Carney. Carney was Trudeau. Carney in this country, nobody even knew who he was 6 months ago. They're beginning to prove that the election was stolen. Too much evidence that is true. Are we talking about Canada or the US? I have no doubt that Trump survived. And the reason Carney got in is because he kept saying, we're going to fight Trump, we're going to fight Trump, we're going to fight Trump. And it's like, what's to fight? Hi, not ours either, Alberta, but can't leave behind the kids. No, Carney is not good news. It's a thought. It's a thought. Well, how he can still get a job, right? Oh, he's still got, 6 or 7 years left before retirement. Why Alberta? Because Alberta is actually talking about separating from the rest of Canada. We are heading, I hope your new guy's better than Trump is. We're heading for a recession here in the US. I'm scared to see what's going to happen. Ports are already closed because of no imports. Well, Alberta is a province of Canada, out west. And the premier of Alberta is Daniel Smith, who is a conservative. And TDS is PSYOP, use the globalist to inflame the left. I don't have a problem with Trump. In all honesty, I don't have a problem with Trump. Trump wants to do what's best for his country. The Liberal Party of Canada wants to do what's best for their cronies and themselves. Okay? We're already paying over 40% of our income into taxes now. And Carney, who says, we're going to get rid of the carbon tax, but reintroduce it on big industry. What happens when you target big industry? Like the steel industry. Everything that uses metal suffers. And everyone who has to get a car repaired, buy a new metal wheelbarrow or anything like that is going to pay. The big guys aren't going to pay. They're going to pass that carbon tax down on to the Canadian people. It's a different, all I've done is taken the same pig, put a wig on it and lipstick, and called it a new idea. Not the US election. We are giddy here in the States with our President Trump. How can anyone say anything against President Trump when he only just left 100 days in office? Yeah, I you know what? I actually think Trump is going to be good for the United States. And what I think should have happened, and here's for instance, okay? Oh, excellent, Michelle. That's good to hear. Let's, for instance, Pierre Poilievre, who should be our prime minister right now. The fact that it was close shows that they could not completely stem the tide, but they did shit. For instance, in Pierre Poilievre's riding in Ottawa, in Nepean, there were 91 candidates on the ballot. 91. So Pierre Poilievre lost his own riding, not because people didn't vote for him, but people couldn't find him on the fucking ballot. Now you give President Trump not even 100 days in office. Do you even comprehend how long it will take to reverse the damage of the last umpteen years with a short-lived 4 years with Trump? Well, who says he's only going to be in for 4 years? What holds me to my current area? That I'm 61 years old and don't have another move in me? What holds me in my area is this is where I live. But if the truth be told, folks, this house is too big. The house is too big. Had an internet blackout the day of the election. Well, the day of the election, I was too ill. 91 candidates in Pierre Poilievre's riding. The ballot was the ballot was probably 24 inches long to 30 inches long, and there were 2 columns. 2 columns. Do you honestly think that there were actually 91? Like, they literally, I swear, I don't even know what those parties were. What parties those people, we don't have 91 parties. So how many of those candidates were liberals and other parties that just threw people at the ballot so that they could just water it right down? Any of us can do is vote and hope that the person we want gets in. What else can we do? Nothing is not really up to the people, I don't think. And I think you're correct there. I honestly think you're correct. Trump has our country's best interest at heart. I wish more people in the country could see that. Yeah. Yeah. And Pierre Poilievre had our country's best interest at heart. Okay? And here's the deal. A year before this snap rushed election with a candidate nobody knows, right? They're saying, well, look at his track record. Yeah, look at his track record. He was the head of the Bank of England and he almost bankrupted the country. He's Irish. He's English. He's Canadian. Why is he even allowed to be, Canada should have a law that only allows certain individuals places on a ballot. Well, if you can afford the $75,000, you can get on a ballot. That's all it takes. All the world is a stage, including government. Yeah. But Pierre Poilievre is, I guess, the official opposition. Someone asked if we were still having an election in November. No, we're not. And it would usually be October. No, this was our election. We had like 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Pierre Poilievre has been campaigning for a year. I went to his rallies a year ago. But if in his own riding, that's the amount, then chemo made that worse. And the best thing I found over all these years is pears. I've got canned pears. But I honestly think it should have been a conservative landslide. But they just threw Carney at us at the last minute and said, he's not Trudeau. No, he was Trudeau's economic advisor. He wanted the carbon tax to be higher. So if he's taking the carbon tax off, he's not taking it off of us. He's going to make it worse. He's going to carbon tax all big industry. And then there is no control on how the industry passes down these fines to us. Hey, Terry. So, I mean, it is what it is. No, he moved a lot of his business interests over to New York just before he became our prime minister. Nice, eh? Oh, we're going to look after everybody, but I'm going to put my interests over in the States. Do you think you can do more with your cooking with Canna Channel, honey, sweetheart, as soon as As soon as I heal. As soon as I heal, things are gonna get back to normal, but this has really, with no pun intended, kicked the crap out of me, and I'm still in pain, and I'm in a fibro flare, and I can barely walk, but I am, and I'm getting up, and I'm walking around. I had to lay down for an hour after sitting on in my desk chair, gathering taxes and stuff. I'm really sorry, folks. I am doing. Hey, Joanne. Hey, oversize. Well, I'm not feeling as good as I was feeling yesterday. And I am going to be doing more with my Cooking with Cannabis channel. Yes, I am. But in the meantime, I just have to heal. I got 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 20 days before it's time to plant my garden. It hasn't even been cleared of the rubbish of last year yet. And I can barely walk around. So, oh, honey, I am tired. I get to talk to Brother John now and again. The last time I talked to him, he was doing really well. Um, he's he's lost he's lost half his body weight, and he's just buff, just looking amazing. He's working hard, working out, and being John. Gotta love John. Please stop all seed oil. Oh, honey, I stopped all seed oils a while ago. Not just lard and beef tallow. I use the only oils in that I use are olive oil, avocado oil. Oh, my brain, I'm in a fibro fog because I'm in so much pain. I use avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, butter, lard, and tallow. Sesame oil, occasionally, but that's it. Hey, Joanne, how are you? My garden is smaller and just cleared it from last year. Need to plant. Well, we won't be planting it for another 3 weeks. That's our frost date here. Well, bacon grease, come on. That's just a food group in its own, isn't it? We call that country butter, right? We call great bacon grease country butter. Um, if I don't feel this last stool removed, tomorrow I'm going to take another of the liquid Drano and be done. Antibacterial and natural antibiotic. A teaspoon in your coffee or tea gives you extended energy. I don't like coconut oil. I don't like coconut oil. But it's really good if you're working with the ganja and making it into butter. Coconut oil is better because your brain. This is my understanding. Your brain, how your body's like 75% water. Be right back. Blueberry plants and strawberry plants I ordered from Costco online were just delivered. You can order from Costco online like that? Berry tree came too. Gotta open the boxes. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm just really happy that my apricot trees survived, that my baby apricot trees survived the winter. One's a male, one's a female. And if you don't know how to tell, one is a stick with 2 or 3 sticks coming from it, and the other one is a stick that goes woof, like branches. That's the girl, right? Coconut oil without the coconut taste. Can you? Because that I don't like the coconut taste. And the garden soil needs to warm up. I'm actually hoping I can get a truckload of garden soil brought in next payday. I usually get a truckload from Jimmy Carroll. I didn't get any last year, but I want to get sifted garden soil this year because hey, Jennifer Ocean, don't deliver live plants, but they partner with a nursery and they had some things. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, let's talk about the garden. Let's talk about the garden. I am keeping it really simple this year. Cucumbers, because I need 3 beds of them. Hey, Taylor! Cucumbers, pickling cucumbers. I'm putting in 3 beds. I think I have 20 beds back there. 21 beds. Let's say 21 beds. So, could one of your adopted sons come and clear the garden? Yeah, but he's getting married this summer. I'm supposed to be making a quilt. He's getting married in July, and he works 2 jobs. You know, Howie will help. He will. But what I'm going to do is, hey, Karen, I'm going to probably go out over as soon as my bum feels a little bit better. Gracie and I are going to go out for another repurposed backyard. We just can't do our garden like we used to. We have a cucumber plant or 2. Hey, Donna. I'm getting too old for great big gardens. Well, that's why I started raised beds, but they're not raised enough. However, I'm going to do 3 beds of pickling cukes because we're already buying cucumbers or pickles from the grocery store. Yeah, I'm in a brain fog, and every once in a while I read something in the chat and then I forget where I was. Pickling cucumbers are getting 3 beds. I'm putting in a minimum of 6 beds of beans. 6 to 8 beds of beans, but I'm not crowding them all together like last year. What was that? Trying perhaps started most from cuttings. Awesome. I'll be posting a video tomorrow if you want to see what the plants from Costco on look like. All right. Hey, Phoebe, how are you, honey? You're one of my you're named after one of my favorite birds, the Phoebe flycatcher. I always thought it was a junco, and I would hear this little call, and I thought they were saying we miss, we miss, we miss. It's not. They're going Phoebe, Phoebe. They're called the Phoebe flycatcher, and I thought for years they were juncos. I remember using bacon grease when I was a kid on pancake griddle. Oh, what flavor? Absolutely. I have the hardest time finding vinegar with high enough acidity for canning. Really? It's only got to be 5%. Irene, hi. I'm not doing as good as I was doing yesterday, but I am, everything's on the move. Groceries are far too expensive. We were planning a fairly big garden this year. We invested in a freeze dryer. I'm very hopeful. Oh, I would love. You know what would be really awesome? Very sore, but okay. Hey, Mountainside Homestead. All the vinegar in the stores I see are 5%. That's what it has to be for pickling, 5%. So I'm going to plant 8 beds of beans, 6 to 8 beds of pole beans. So 3 of cucumbers. So that's 8 and 3 is 11. And then I dream of one too, but I can't afford one. They're not worth it. 4%. Isn't that awful? Well, that's the problem is they're reducing the percentage in some of the vinegars. And I look at it as an attack on the homesteader, but I buy my seeds from rainbowseeds.com mostly. Just came in from working. I love the mornings. Oh, your vinegar has to be 5%. What they're trying to do is trying to get people to use cleaning vinegar. They've upped it to 7%, that kind of thing. All our storms we have been having, I might plant in June. That might be a good idea. So, beans, pickling cucumbers. Oh, I forgot to put zucchini in my spaghetti sauce. Yes, use Ocean 10 at rainbowseeds.com for a 10% discount code. Hey, Barbara from Peaster, Texas. How are you, darling? Hey, just in case anyone wants to know, I buy 45% vinegar for spraying weeds. Works better than Roundup. Ooh, fibromyalgia is not, yeah, the weather's changing and they don't have a US site. No, you just go to rainbowseeds.com and you can order. They will ship to the US if I'm not mistaken, don't they, Jennifer? They just ship to the US. So, beans, cucumbers, leeks, celery, tomatoes. My peppers aren't doing very well. From Kettering, Ohio, dark and rainy here. Well, it's kind of gray and overcast here, but no rain. No rain at all. Anyway, folks, I'm still sore. I'm still dealing with constipation issues. But I'm healing. I'm healing. And I will hope to God I never have to go to that hospital again. Michigan is rainy. Oh, I'm glad you're doing fine, Barbara. Listen, folks, I am now going to do my go to my reading channel and read. Before I do that, of course, I have to go put zucchini in. Well, great day. You can't be well. I'm falling to pieces, and it's okay because I just put on my pants and my shirt and my bra and kind of hitch all my pieces back together and make it through another day. That's just life. Anyway, I'm about to go over to my reading channel in the next half hour. Thank you, Susie Q. And we're going to be reading chapter 17, Breaking the Colts of These Happy Golden Years. So I'm going to say, God bless. I love you guys. Thank you for your continued prayers, for your continued watching of my older videos, because it's just physically impossible for me to work right now. So other than live. So I will see you all again soon. And maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Please, I appreciate your love and your prayers and watching the videos. I'm going to go put zucchini in my spaghetti sauce. I'm going to sit back down and I'm going to read. Oh, well, thank you, Nat. I love you. You guys take care. God bless. And some of you, I'll see you over on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. Seashell, if you're there, could you put up that channel? Brenda, thank you, darling. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I hope you guys have a good day. And anybody else wants to pop over to the reading channel, I'll read and I'll read and I'll read. But I'll see you there. Thank you, Seashell. I'll see you guys in about 20 minutes over on Reading with Beverly Wolfe. I love you, sweetheart. I love you all. Never forget that. Just because I can't see you, and I know I've said this before, but it always bears repeating. It doesn't mean that my heart doesn't see you. My heart sees you. My heart feels you. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. See you on the reading channel in 20 minutes. Mwah. Poke. Poke.